Well, guys, I thought it would be a great idea for me to bring some birds today to let's see if we can see these same tools that we give Bailey. The first bird I'm going to get out, guys, is a great horned owl named Dexter. Dexter, wave at everybody. Dexter's been part of our program now for over 2 years. Dexter was brought to us, and Dexter had received an injury that was going to keep this guy from ever being returned back out into the wild. As I said earlier, there was no way in 6 months this guy could be returned back to the wild. So we turned him into a feathered friend. That means he's going to be part of our program for as long as he lives. We have promised the Department of Fish and Wildlife that if they will allow us to keep this guy, that we will take care of him as long as he lives. These guys can possibly live up in captivity to 30 years. So there's a good chance you guys may see this guy and I won't be here. Let's look at all the tools that Bailey had and see if Dexter has them. How about his camouflage? That would blend in with any background. And just as with Bailey, all he has to do is turn around and he's got a different color on the back. I didn't tell you about Bailey a while ago about her crooked beak, but these guys have a crooked beak. Why do they have the crooked beak, girls, do you think? Remember what she eats? Remember what Bailey eats?
Kill her.
Bailey eats live animals. So a woodpecker, he's got a long skinny beak that helps him to go back in and get bugs. And chickens and parrots have big old thick beaks that helps them crush seeds. This guy has a long pointed one that's crooked to help him pull meat and stuff off the bone. This guy eats live animals just like Bailey does. The next day, as I said before, he spits out a little owl pellet of all the stuff that didn't digest the night before. He extracts all this liquid out of them so he's able to survive out in the wild without really drinking water. I'm not saying they don't drink water, but they don't have to. They can get it all through the food they eat. We have to provide them water in their stalls. Now these birds, as I said, don't drink water, but we do have to provide them with water for them to take a bath. While they eat this food that has blood and guts on it, sometimes there's a buildup on their feet and their beak that needs to be cleaned off. So the water that we put in their stalls is it's mostly for bathing. The birds rarely ever drink it. You notice this guy's got big old yellow eyes. His eyeball is the same size as our eyeball. But what's different about his eyes and our eyes, we're able to shift ours from side to side like I'm doing. Owls can't do that. Their eyes are locked straight in their head. That's why they're so intimidating looking. When one of them looks at you, say he looks like he's staring the whole time. He is. He's looking right straight at you. So if his eyes won't turn, how can he see around? He's got to turn his head around. Now everybody thinks that they can turn their heads completely around. That's not completely true. Imagine us humans, we can look all the way to the right, and then we can turn and look all the way to the left. That's about 180 degrees. Imagine if you could just turn your head just a little bit further and look right straight down your back. That's about what these guys can do. It's about 270 degrees, and the way they're able to do it is they have 14 bones in their neck. Us humans, we only have 7. So they're able to twist their heads just a little bit more. Very impressive tool for them to be able to survive in the wild. I'm wearing a double leather glove. From time to time, guys, these animals will still stick me through these gloves and make me bleed. So think about that. If you're ever, and there's a very good chance one of y'all one of these days will run up on one of these animals, maybe hurt or at your back door. You're going to be standing over top of it. You're a big old giant. It may be sick or hurt, and you're going to reach down and say, "Oh, what a pretty little bird," and pick it up. This guy will grab a hold of you with 400 pounds per square inch and will probably break your knuckles and fingers and make you cry. So I want everyone to show extreme caution when you see these animals hurt. As I said again, they're stressed out. They don't like humans anyway, and they would really be scared. What we suggest you do is get in contact with us through our extension office. You can also contact the Fish and Wildlife. They will get in touch with us. But these animals, guys, we don't want you getting hurt trying to save one of them. Yeah. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter if I keep this guy for 20 years or 30 that we said. This guy will never, ever, 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 ever be a pet. Doesn't matter how long I keep him, even with one wing, if I set him down today, he will try his best to get away and to go take care of himself. Even though we know he won't last long, that's built into them. They are wild animals. That's why, guys, we have to try our best to avoid any interaction that we can with them and taking any chance at all of messing that up. This is the largest owl that you guys will see in the Appalachian Mountains. The only owl that's larger than these guys is the great gray owl, and they're out in the Rockies. You probably won't see them around here. So when you see this guy, and he does just have the one wing, but imagine if he had them both out there, what a wingspan and what a creature this guy would be. Any questions at all about the horned owl? Yes?
I don't have a question about that, but how did he lose his wing?
He got hit by a car. Through our program, guys, you only see me here today. There's a lot of people behind me, a lot of resources. We also have a veterinarian that's on board that makes all of these medical decisions, and he's the one that actually determines whether they're able to keep into these programs, like I said, for the educational reasons. He has really been a big part of our program. We could not have it without him. He had to sign a letter saying that he would help our organization if anything came up about the birds. He did not say that he had to do it for free, and we've been working with him now for over 2 years, and he is yet to charge us. So it's people like that that really helps these raptor programs and these birds of prey like this, because when we go out and pick up these animals, and I don't drive around every day looking for hurt birds. The only way I find out about them is people like you that knows where this program is. And so by us, the more people that knows about us, the better our program can work. If you have any other questions, I've got another owl I'd like to show you guys.